What's going on, guys? I'm glad you're here at Seaver Shoots, back with another video. As you can tell from the title, I am talking about why I run my mag carriers upside down on my plate carrier setup. Before I get into it, I'm going to give you kind of an outline of the whole video so you can kind of pick and choose what you do and what you don't want to watch. I'm also going to give you a little intro as to why I'm actually doing this video. I'm going to talk about the 4 main arguments against me running my mag carriers upside down, things that have been commented to me of why I shouldn't be doing it. And then I'm going to bring up one more argument that hasn't been brought against me, surprisingly, that I think is actually the most legit argument of all of them. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about our community and how we should be treating each other in the Second Amendment community if we truly have the spirit of the Second Amendment. Now let's get into it. I'm doing this video because I have gotten criticism from a handful of people. It's not even a lot. And I know that as a YouTuber, I'm putting my opinion out there. I need to have a thicker skin, but it gave me an idea for this video, so that can't be the worst thing at the end of the day. But there are a lot of people who think that I shouldn't do this or that I shouldn't advocate for doing this because it's dangerous or it might put someone else who tries it in danger as well. I'm a civilian, so I'm just gonna put out there, if I ever have to actually put that thing on in combat, there's a lot of other things that are going to go wrong before my upside down mag carriers end up getting me killed. The same with any other person out there as well. If something is going to get me killed, it's not going to be running my mag carriers upside down. Now let's get into the arguments against me. The first one, in my opinion, holds the most weight. It is that because no reputable instructors out there run theirs upside down or advocate for running mag carriers upside down on someone's plate carrier setup, that I shouldn't do it. My biggest issue with this is that it kind of takes the civilians who are into firearms and into training with firearms and preparedness, and it puts us in a box. And the box is created by instructors and military and law enforcement personnel. And because they have seen combat or they have more experience, they have created the box. And to step outside the box is dangerous or stupid or whatever it is, especially if I'm a civilian, I shouldn't be doing it. Now, my issue with that is that it completely takes away from the creativity of our community. There are a lot of civilians out there who have come up with innovative ideas. And if they had decided to stay in the box because they didn't have the same experience as those other people, then we wouldn't have some great things that we have today. So to say that I as a civilian must stay inside this box created by reputable instructors and law enforcement and military personnel isn't necessarily fair, and it does not help our community to progress. To a degree, it does help us to stay safe, but again, I'll reiterate, I don't think running my mag carriers upside down is something that's going to get me or someone else killed, and if you do, you might have the issues. Maybe it's not me. The next 3 arguments that have been brought up against me are all position based. So the people who are bringing up this argument say that if I am in this position or this position or that position, I won't be able to access my magazines very well with my mag carriers upside down. So I went ahead and did a little home defense scenario for you guys to show that I have no issues accessing my mag carriers when they're facing downward from any of the positions that were brought up against me. The first one, kneeling. It's okay, Lacey. I'll defend the house. Bang, 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 bang. Abstain from kneeling. Bang, bang, bang. Good idea. Take cover. Bang, 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 bang. As you can see, I don't have any issues accessing my mag carriers upside down from a kneeling position. The next one's probably the most difficult of all 3, and it is from the prone, so lying on my stomach. Must defend most important room in the house from the prone. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. As you can see, it's a little bit of a strain, but it would be a strain even if I was running those magazines facing upward as well. It's not any faster or slower, more difficult or less difficult, in my opinion, to run your mag carriers facing down and access them while you're lying on your stomach. The last one, and I cheated on this one just a little bit, I'm saying accessing them from a seated position. What was brought up was accessing them in a car. I know that you have the steering wheel and windows and stuff to deal with, but for the most part, I think the hardest part of accessing your mag carriers from inside the car is the fact that you are sitting down. So here is me accessing my mag carriers while pretending to be in a car sitting down. Driving in my car with my AR-15 slung, which I don't think I've ever practiced before. We'll see how this goes. Threat! Bang, 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 bang! Bang, 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 bang! Bang, 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 bang! As you can see, I have no issues in any of these three positions accessing my magazines in my upside down mag carriers. So here is the last argument, and I will bring it up because nobody else brought it up against me, and I think it's the most legit. And it is the worry that while you're out running and gunning, you might spill your stuff all over the ground because it's facing down, gravity does its thing, and pulls your magazines out of the mag carriers. Now, if you watched my video on how I set up my plate carrier, then you will know my mag carriers have adjustable retention. And if you're going to run your mag carriers upside down, yours should also have adjustable retention. I did a lot of guess and check work with this setup. I would run around and jump up and down. If I experienced any slipping, then I would shove the mag back up and tighten the bungee cords down just a little bit. And now I can go on jogs for several miles and not have any issues with those magazines slipping or falling free by themselves. At the same time, I could still access them and pull them out very smoothly during my manipulations. So that was the demonstration portion of the video. Now I want to get into talking about our community and how we should be treating each other as fellow gun owners. I had a not so awesome conversation in the comment section with somebody who I don't think he even watched my video. He probably just saw the picture of my mag carriers upside down and then started rattling off. But he started our little conversation with the word, and I don't like to swear because I don't think it's a sign of toughness. I think it's a sign of lack of intelligence, actually. He started the conversation off with the word dumbass. Now, from that, I probably should have known that having a conversation with this guy wasn't worth it, but I like to talk to people and I like to engage in conversation to try to get somewhere, and our conversation didn't really get anywhere. He did say one thing that I will bring up, but guys, if you are looking to change someone's opinion or offer yours and you actually want it to be considered, don't start by attacking. Anybody who has taken a psychology class in the last 10 years knows that when you start attacking someone's opinion right off the bat, that actually reinforces their opinion. It does not help them to change their opinion or to come to understand your opinion any better. Now, the thing that he shared that I think actually had some weight was the difference between gun owners and guys who own guns. People who are gun owners are people who understand guns, who understand what they're for, who understand the purpose of the Second Amendment, all of those good things. A guy who owns guns is just a guy who thinks guns are cool. And that has a place in our community, but it cannot be the heart of our community. Now, he was trying to say that he thinks I am just a guy who owns guns. Instead of a gun owner, I would actually flip it and say it's the other way around. This gentleman is more of a guy who owns guns. And the reason is because he clearly does not have the spirit of the Second Amendment. Now, what I mean when I say that is that we as a community should be looking to build each other up instead of tear each other down. And because he's out here offering his opinions in such a hostile way, he's not actually doing anything constructive, except giving me an idea for a video where maybe you and I can have a constructive conversation. Our conversation ended up not being constructive, and that's why I ultimately ended up removing it because it was useless in the end. He was basically just calling me an idiot, saying that because I'm not law enforcement or military, that I have no useful opinions, and that I'm going to get somebody killed with my opinions even. And I don't think any of those really hold any validity to them. I can agree with him on one thing, and he said that I should go and get more training, and I should go get more training. Every single one of us should. But this guy does not have the spirit of the Second Amendment. He is a detriment to our community, and anybody like him is the same. We need to work on constructive criticism. I know that we're trying to be tough, strong, guns are loud, and all of those things are cool. And like, that's a great part of our community, but we need to up the intellect just a little bit and start learning how to have constructive conversations with each other and start learning how to offer opinions in a way that's not so hostile. Guys, if you liked this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. If you didn't like it, go ahead and let me know down in the comments section why. But remember, we are trying to have constructive conversations. So give me your opinion, give it to me kindly, and I will respond in kind with my opinion or what I think about your opinion, and then we can have a great conversation based on that. And as always, I will catch you later.